Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans across the globe, buckle up because today's news has sent shockwaves across the entire football world. In a move that almost no one saw coming, the Dallas Cowboys have pulled off what may be the most monumental trade in NFL history, acquiring none other than Patrick Mahomes, the superstar quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. That's right, the face of the Chiefs franchise, the MVP, the man who brought 3 Lombardis to Kansas City, is now officially a member of America's team. Let that sink in for a second. Patrick Mahomes is a Dallas Cowboy. This is not a drill. This is not a rumor. This is not speculation. It's real. The biggest blockbuster trade the NFL has seen in decades has finally happened, and the ripple effects of this moment will be felt for years, no, decades across the league. Fans, analysts, players, and executives are scrambling to process what just happened, because this wasn't just any trade. This wasn't a mid-tier move or a splash in the offseason. This was the tectonic plate shift of football. It was the football equivalent of trading Michael Jordan in his prime, or LeBron James' mid-championship run. Mahomes was seen as untradeable, immovable, the franchise foundation. Yet somehow, Dallas has pulled off the impossible. Reports say the deal involved an astronomical package. The Cowboys are sending longtime quarterback Dak Prescott, 2 first-round picks, and a second-rounder, with some insiders even claiming star linebacker Micah Parsons was involved. If that's true, then Dallas just gave up not only its franchise QB, but also one of the most elite defenders in football, along with multiple premium draft picks. On paper, it's a massive haul. It's the kind of package teams only offer for the rarest of generational talents, and Mahomes fits that mold. At just 30 years old, he already has 3 Super Bowl rings, multiple MVPs, and a highlight reel that defies reality. He's not just the best quarterback of his era, he's on track to become one of the greatest, if not the greatest, of all time. And now, he's wearing the star. Dallas fans, you have every right to be hyped beyond belief. This is the kind of move that only comes once in a lifetime. Jerry Jones, love him or hate him, just went all in. He didn't wait for the draft, didn't settle for mediocrity. He saw the opportunity and pounced. Mahomes instantly transforms this team. He turns Dallas from a fringe playoff contender into an immediate Super Bowl favorite. With Mahomes at the helm and weapons like CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, and Brandon Cooks around him, the Cowboys' offense is now potentially the most lethal in the league. No longer do they have to rely on an inconsistent Prescott in big games. No longer will they be plagued by postseason collapses. This is a new era, one where anything less than a Super Bowl appearance will be considered a failure. And let's talk about the pressure, because it's real. Mahomes is used to the spotlight, but being a Dallas Cowboy takes that to a whole new level. Every move, every throw, every loss will be dissected under the brightest lights in sports. But if there's one quarterback who can handle it, it's Patrick Mahomes. He's proven time and time again that he thrives under pressure, that he can create magic when the stakes are highest. This move isn't just about football. It's about branding, identity, and legacy. Mahomes joining the Cowboys, the most valuable franchise in sports, elevates his profile even further. His jerseys are already flying off the shelves. His face is now synonymous not just with football excellence, but with the Cowboys' storied history. For Kansas City, this marks the end of an era. Chiefs fans are understandably devastated. Mahomes was their hero, their icon. The player who brought them out of decades of irrelevance and into the spotlight as one of the NFL's premier franchises. The memories, the no-look passes, the comebacks, the Super Bowl parades will never fade. But his departure leaves a gaping hole, not just at quarterback, but in the heart of the organization. The Chiefs now enter a new phase, potentially a rebuild, potentially a retool, depending on what they do with Prescott and the draft capital they've acquired. Some say they're already targeting a younger QB in the next draft. Others believe they'll try to mold Prescott into the next chapter. Either way, the Chiefs' dynasty as we know it is over. And you can't help but wonder why the trade happened. What led to this moment? Was it contract pressure? A clash with management? Did Mahomes want a new challenge, a bigger market? Or was this simply a case of Dallas offering a package so overwhelming that Kansas City couldn't say no? Whatever the reason, the result is the same. Patrick Mahomes, the golden boy of Kansas City, is now the franchise quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And from a football standpoint, this changes everything. NFC teams are now on high alert. The Eagles, the 49ers, the Lions, they all now face a Dallas team with the most dangerous weapon in football. The NFC East, already one of the toughest divisions, just got even more competitive. And the league as a whole? Completely reshaped. The AFC no longer has Mahomes to dominate the playoff picture, which opens the door for other quarterbacks to rise. Maybe Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, or Trevor Lawrence take the mantle. The balance of power has shifted. And don't underestimate what this means for the league financially. Mahomes in Dallas means record-breaking ratings, national attention, primetime slots every week. The NFL has always favored the Cowboys in terms of visibility, but now it's justified. They're no longer just America's team in name, they're America's team in performance. As we speak, Vegas oddsmakers are adjusting lines, fans are flooding social media with reactions, and analysts are scrambling to update their power rankings. Dallas has gone from potential playoff exit to Super Bowl or bust instantly. For Mahomes, this is a legacy move. He could have stayed in Kansas City forever, won more rings, and been a legend there. But moving to Dallas puts him in the center of NFL history. If he wins in Dallas, even just one championship, it will cement him in a tier that very few players ever reach. It would be like winning with the Yankees, the Lakers, or the Celtics. It would mean something more. So now the pressure begins. Training camp will be under a microscope. Every preseason game will feel like a playoff matchup. Every throw he makes will be tweeted, analyzed, and rewatched. But Mahomes wouldn't have signed off on this if he didn't believe he could do it. And believe me, this man is built for the moment. So what comes next? Expect Dallas to be the talk of every network, every debate show, every fantasy draft. Expect unprecedented ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and media frenzy. Expect every team they play this year to bring their A game. Everyone will want to be the team that beats Mahomes in a star helmet. But also expect greatness. Expect no-look passes. Expect comeback wins. Expect highlight reels that make you jump out of your seat. Because Mahomes is a once-in-a-generation player, and now he's got the full force of the Dallas Cowboys machine behind him. For fans, this is a dream. For haters, a nightmare. For the NFL, a goldmine. And for the history books, a new chapter is being written, one that we'll be talking about for decades. Whether it ends in triumph or heartbreak remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure, the 2025 NFL season just became must-watch television. The story of Mahomes to Dallas isn't just a trade, it's a transformation, it's the evolution of the league in real time. And as we watch it unfold, one question echoes across every locker room, bar, living room, and stadium in the country: are you ready for Mahomes?